So hello everyone and welcome to the Geek Battle show here on the Xstreamed Improv Xstreamed YouTube channel, the Geek Battle YouTube channel, and also the Geek Battle Gaming YouTube channel, because why not? I had an extra thing so I could beam it out to all various kinds of places. So, yeah, make sure you smash that subscribe button, whichever platform you are on. And yeah, we're gonna have a geeky old chat about stuff. Now, first things first, as we must do, let's head to the intro.
Welcome to the Geek Battle Zone. We discuss comics and puny minds are blown. We debate Marvel versus DC, Skeletor, X-Men, and Ron Weasley. Judge David slams down the gavel. The cap dreams of Henry Cavill. It's a Geek Battle stream. Nerd rage as we assemble our Geek Avengers team. Welcome to the Geek Battle party. We are the Justice League and our Batman is Marty. Say hello to Tim as movies are greenlit. Every new movie, Dev's already seen it. Xbox, Star Wars, and Star Riders. He-Man, Star Trek, and David loves spiders. We battle as Marvel and Disney look bleak. And we try to crown the Geek of the Week. It's the Geek Battle Show. Welcome to the Geek Battleground, where we use the Force and the One Ring is found. Cap is wrong about Resident Evil 6, and everyone watch out, cause oh shit is thick. Gerald and Tim and Diz will try to win at the Geek Battle quiz. David and Dave will confuse the crew as they dive in the TARDIS of Doctor Who. Watch out now, we're full of hot takes. Doc Courtney is garbage, but Red Dwarf is great. You love Sega, I love Nintendo, but in the Geek Battle, we are all friendos. Oh, it's a Geek Battle show. Oh, the Geek Battle show. It's a Teenage Mutant Ninja Geek Battle show.
Okay, so hello, welcome to Geek Battle. And Dave, you've never looked better, I'm not going to lie.
I downgraded from the puppets.
Yeah, absolutely. So, yeah, on today's show, we're going to discuss all kinds of geeky things that are going on in the world of movies, TV shows, comic books, sci-fi, fantasy, video games, whatever you'd like to discuss, we will get into it. And so much more. Say hello to the people, Gerald.
Hello, everybody. I'm glad to be here. I'm looking forward to having fun.
Do you have a geek trivia?
Oh, yes. My geek trivia fact. So this one I think everybody will find quite amusing. I have to reread this because I didn't, when I read it first, I didn't realize it. In an alternate timeline of Spider-Man, in the series called Spider-Man Reign, an elderly Mary Jane Watson gets cancer and dies because of Peter Parker's irradiated sperm. Mm-hmm. There you go.
Yes. Wow.
Don't do it.
Don't do what?
I can see a segue coming into your head. Don't do it.
No, I had no segue. Definitely worth a bonus point there. But yeah, like, what does Spider-Man do about something like that? Just use protection, Peter Parker.
Yeah,
protection.
Lead condoms.
Yeah,
yep.
Absolutely. Well, I was thinking like force fields or like, you know, the X-Men. But okay, Captain Fave, say hello to. Oh, hang on, I forgot intros. Guys, I'm gonna still make intros. I know I've been saying it for like 3 months, but I'll make new intros and stuff. It's just been, yeah, Cap.
Fuck.
Oh, that was the wrong one. Oh, that was the wrong one. That's all you get today, Cap. God.
Hail from the land of fucks, it's me, Geek Battle Dave. My geek fact for today, well, I actually did have a long one, but I forgot about it now. So the only thing I currently remember in my brain is that in the TMNT universe, there's, multiple dimensions and stuff like that do happen. And there's actually a Battle Nexus tournament, which is a universal tournament that takes place between dimensions, and whoever wins it becomes the Universal Battle Nexus champion. Splinter actually won like 5 or 6 times, I think, and only one of the turtles actually participated in one tournament. And that is none other than Geoff's favorite turtle, Michelangelo. All the others lost.
Ah, intriguing. It's definitely worth a bonus point there. My favourite of the Ninja Turtles is Raphael, because he wears red, he has the coolest weapon, he has the best attitude to life, and he's also, going by the rap song and nothing more apparently, the leader. Okay.
In the rap song, they actually made a mistake. The rappers made a mistake.
We have discussed this before, but they say that he's the leader, and so that's all I knew. He was the leader. When, if we go back to an old episode, I actually was like, no, he's the leader, and then we unearthed this mistake.
And the thing is, David, so you might like the 2015 Out of the Shadows animated remake where they made Raphael the leader and made Leo a prancy little jumping pony for some reason.
Yeah. Okay. Excellent. Now, coming on to the other one. The other one.
I told them all, I am the master.
What was that?
That's great.
There's something like weird in the top corner. Did you see that?
It said like retro music by some guy.
I had to include it. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Dave, go for it.
Alright, hello to the people. My name is Dave MC here in Paris, France, and with Tales of the TARDIS today, I have got a Doctor Who geek fact. Surprise, surprise. But this one is that the cyber war between humanity and the Cybermen was a longer war than when they fought Daleks. They have fought Cybermen over various decades in history, the 23rd, 24th to the 26th century. And they have had battles with Daleks in between, but those have been tiny skirmishes. They've never actually had an all-out war between humanity and Daleks. There's always been like things where the Daleks appear and disappear, but the cyber war has happened over several centuries. Like it was the Vulgans who gave them the glitter gun, the gold glitter gun, because Cybermen are weak to gold. So the cyber war is the longest running war in Doctor Who.
Wow. Wait. What about the time war?
I don't count the time war because it is happening, but it isn't happening.
Isn't it history always happening?
It's always happening, but it also isn't happening.
Okay.
Wibbly wobbly, timey wimey.
Okay, fair enough.
Schrodinger's war.
Yes. I love it.
Because the war is always changing.
Yeah. True.
The time war is always changing, but the cyber war is just continuous.
Yes. Okay, Cap, what do you want to say here?
Okay, so the thing is, like, you guys really argue that, like, Doctor Who is supposed to be this badass thing, it shouldn't be a little wussy thing, you can take it seriously and stuff like that. And I hear you, because, like, the only episode I've seen is The Weeping Angel, and that is quite intense. But then, Dave drops a name like Glittergun and expect me to still take Doctor Who that seriously, and I go like, what is that?
Literally, Cap, so I'm going to put on my smart man glasses and say, so the Cybermen have an inherent weakness in their breathing apparatus that they cannot breathe in like gold fumes and such. So the glitter gun takes gold powder from Volga and uses it, and it messes with their breathing systems.
So basically we need a Fort Scrooge McDuck to defeat the Cybermen.
No, it's a My Little Pony gun, Cap.
Okay, just something very quickly on Cybermen. I was rewatching the first of the new era of Doctor Who Cybermen episodes recently.
Yeah.
And the suits, they just look so much like they're not made of metal. Like, I don't know why it is that they're so messed up, but they just look terrible. Like, I don't know why they look as terrible as they do, but they don't look...
Well, let me put this to you. Would you, if you had the choice between the 70s cyber suits or the 80s cyber suits, where they literally were jumpsuits, or the 2006 ones, which is better?
Wait, but in what regard? Like, when you say had the choice...
If you had the choice to choose,
Okay,
this is what Cybermen look like.
Okay, no, I will tell you, the Mundus Cybermen, as they called it, that is the scariest looking Cyberman right there.
Yep.
That is as scary as freaking hell. It looks
I will not
like,
deny that.
it is legitimately, that is scary as hell. Just the idea that
I
their
like the
face is
second
just
one.
covered with like a layer of cloth, and it's just like they've had their skin removed, and that they've still got like human hands underneath. That was
I like the one on the
absolute
left.
scariest.
I like the one on the left.
That.
Wait.
The other one. The other one next.
Oh,
to it.
the Silver Nemesis Cybermen.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because like that. So the thing is, like, none of them look that scary to me, but like that one at least bulky enough to be, you know, considered a little bit of a threat.
Yeah, but look, okay, so these are the 2005 ones.
That's the 2005 one.
Yeah, and so it just looks like...
They look like a Japanese superhero. What is his name?
does.
Ultraman?
Yeah.
Yeah, they look like...
Get ready, Cap. So the ones in Peter Capaldi's run, the ones in the picture next to them, David, those ones fly like Iron Man.
Yeah.
And I
Well, it's
wish
also
they
say the
did.
one in the upper left-hand corner looks like Iron Man, except for the
Yeah,
head.
they did this weird thing with them in that episode. Like, they had them sort of say, "Oh, they're made from the dead bodies," but then when the army shows up to defeat them, they stamp on the floor and then they fly away like Iron Man.
So
I
the
didn't know
the Cybermen are like people, or are they robots, or are they
They're
something
humans.
else?
They're
Okay,
humans.
they're humans
Okay.
that have basically a skeleton inside the robot where they've sort of taken them and made them cyber. They've cybernized them.
See, you know that I told
They've
you
been
that Warhammer,
upgraded.
like, you know that I told you that Warhammer like steals a lot of stuff from other franchises and includes them into them. So what do you guys describe is like the Daleks, kind of like the Necrons, and the Cybermen are more like the Mechanicum, who thinks flesh is a weakness and they start augmenting themselves with like robotic parts. While the Necrons themselves, they technically not humans anymore. They basically are soulless machines.
But that's what Cybermen are. Cybermen have that they're so because they have their emotions. They have their emotions removed because the human part of them cannot handle what it's become. They do kind of explain it in the spare parts audio drama, and they do kind of, and they sort of go, this is how they were made. This is why they have their emotions removed, because it goes into how they were created, as it were. They were created for survival.
No, my question is there like do they still have a soul? Because like you said, emotions.
No.
And the mechanics. Okay, so that's the thing. Because like with the Necrons, right? They don't have a soul, but they have emotions. I would say, because like some of the Necrons are the most pettiest creatures in the universe. They have like a blood feuds for like millennia. Trajan the Infinite is basically a kleptomaniac running around the universe collecting shit.
Yeah.
So are the Cybermen a little bit like the Borg from Star Trek?
A little bit.
In a way. Yes.
But basically, they came first. That's the important
Right.
detail there.
Yep. Yep.
So, but yeah, so the idea of the Borg, well, yeah, they're really similar. They're like, I think, in fact, they did that crossover, and there was the Borg and the Cybermen in the comic book, wasn't there?
Was there?
Yeah, I think so. Doctor Who, Borg, Cybermen, Star Trek. This is going to come up. Think warm thoughts, guys. This is going to come up. Right,
Okay, I'm thinking toasty thoughts.
I'm sure the comic book. Yeah, let's see if this is it. I'm fairly sure. Okay, look, if we bring this up here. Look, so there was Cybermen and Borg integrated into a comic book that they did a Doctor Who Cybermen crossover. So you see that?
Okay.
Star Trek The Next Generation, Doctor Who, Borg and Cybermen, because they're such a similar idea. that
Yeah.
they were the natural thing to put together.
Maybe Google Cybermen and 40K Mechanicum.
Cybermen 40k.
Cybermen 40K Mechanicum.
How the hell did you spell Mechanicum? So hang on, right?
It's like mechanical, except you can know.
You spell it like THISSTUPID.
Probably even more confusing.
Let's give it a go. Right. Is this what you wanted me to look up, Kat? This. What's going on?
I love it.
I mean, like, they're probably the tabletop games. So just remove the Cybermen and just go like 40K Mechanicum is enough.
Mechanicam.
Mechanicum. Come.
That sounds a bit like
Calm.
40, like everyone in
Keep the
40k
same
just says the
calm.
can.
Right, okay,
Da,
Mechanicum.
da, 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 da.
Okay. What?
So these guys are the people from Mars who traded all their body parts for the machine god. These kind of like the Cybermen, as Dave described a little bit.
Actually, these look more like. Do you remember? Was it in Judge Dredd? Like with the Sylvester Stallone movie.
Judge Dredd is also a thing in 40K.
Is
David.
it? Okay, let's look. Judge.
Yeah, there's
Dredd.
people called RPGs and basically Judge Dredd.
Okay, yeah.
I
so
am
they make
the law.
something. The thing that sucked so much about Judge Dredd is right at the end. They show you these monsters that they're making. Oh, here it is. Look, so that looks like that. That looks like.
Wait, is this from the? Oh, what is that?
No, this was really cool, except for he was just barely used. You know, the thing is, like in the 90s, they had like cool things, and then like the heroes would wipe them out in 30 seconds, so it didn't get too intense. It was wasted. Yeah, like, yeah, because he was like, "We're gonna eat him, pa." You know, oh god, it's terrible. Guys,
I mean, David, it is still better than the guy from the movie Delivered. Whoa!
from
I
what
still
movie?
remember that. In that Judge Dredd movie, the antagonist is whoa!
I don't remember it if I'm honest, but it sounds amazing. Yeah, what was it with 90s movies? Look, here we see, is that, what's his name? Is it Rob Schneider?
Rob Schneider.
I think it is, right? 90s
Yeah,
movies,
it is.
they'd have villains for like 5 seconds, and then the heroes would just defeat them easy. And even like Sonic the Hedgehog, now like with James Marsden in it, they have to put some like ridiculous, pathetic sidekick comedy character in it. In so many films, they couldn't ever.
But it's like I said last week. The same thing. It's like they need those characters in the background. They're like, yeah, you can do it. I'm gonna contribute.
Oh my God.
Fuck all to this.
Okay, hang on. But look, his catchphrase in movies. If you didn't know this, Rob Schneider. You can do it. Yeah, literally.
Oh my god.
Yeah, him and Adam Sandler cameo in each other's movies. And just have a scene where suddenly they stand up towards the end and go, "You can do it!" Like that. I don't know why, but they always do. Yeah, so that is exactly that. Literally down to that. For some reason my microphone keeps making itself go quieter.
I know.
Such a pain in the ass.
I'm gonna have to do it like this in the end.
It's
Oh
a
no,
terrible
sexy
problem.
voices!
It's all about the sex.
Cap, this is your conscience talking.
Shut up, conscience!
Okay, right now, guys. Let's go on to some hot takes. Who has seen some things or whatever that they would like to get off their chest? Capelfade.
Okay, so this is probably none of you guys have seen, but I'm going to talk about it anyway. So there's a thing called Epic the Musical, which is a
Not seen it.
Yeah, it's a whole thing that is written in YouTube. And here's the thing: I'm not really big on musicals unless like it's Disney. The other stage musicals that I only know of is like Into the Woods and also Hamilton. Because like Hamilton is probably the one I really like because like it's about the war. It's actually the American Revolution, so it's one of the most
That's
badass
the reason
musicals.
you like it.
Yeah, I mean it's a badass musical. It's an epic musical. I don't like Les Mis. I don't like whatever the Defying Gravity is, but like Hamilton I really like because it was a cool musical. And now this one is probably the second one because this is about the Odyssey. They basically took Homer's Odyssey and they turned it into a musical, and it's really awesome. It's really cool. It's completely available on YouTube. There's not been filmed on stage yet, but people have actually made animations to the whole musical, and you can actually watch the whole thing on YouTube as an animatic. It's basically the Odyssey, David, your favorite, but like it doesn't have the Trojan War. It's basically the rest of the Odyssey where the Odysseus is trying to reach home, and it's got some like banger, awesome, epic, like warlike songs, not defying gravity.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, Gerald, what's your favorite musical?
Phantom of the Opera, and then Lion King.
Wow. So
and if you haven't seen Lion King, on the stage in the musical, you must go.
Then
it's incredible.
Out. Right, what's up with my audio? Just 1 second. So if you're watching this on one of the streams, you literally will just say, so echo cancellation. I don't know if I want to do that. Right, mic volume. Let's just turn this son of a bitch up if I'm quiet. Okay, let's see how that works. Okay, now. Ah, is it loud?
Just kidding. No, just kidding.
I don't know how they cannot fix this. Well, maybe if I had headset on, I'd actually be able to.
StreamYard.
I know, right?
StreamYard.
Well, you know, well, apparently, according to you, this is just for show. You know, so I think getting a headset is a bad idea.
Is it? Did I say that?
You did. I think you said it. What was it? It was on an Extreme show. You said when we did like a news thing. I took them off, and you said he's just wearing those for show, isn't he? He can hear everything we're saying.
Yeah, well, there's no. Are they wireless? There's no cable, is there?
They're wireless, yeah.
Yeah, these are like.
Dave just has cold ears.
Well, exactly. They're either like ear defenders, or they're like if you see amateur pro wrestlers in the Olympics, they've got like these headsets.
Yeah.
Sorry, let me take my ear muffs off. What did you say?
Right, okay.
Yeah, but
right, I'm going to show you what this is. So, this is actually. Oh yeah, we're on to you now. Gerald, you're the same. It's only me and Cap who are real ones here. You literally are just like.
Yep. They wear them so they don't get cauliflower ear, but the thing is, like, that barely works. There's one tip that I actually got from a different MMA guy.
Oh my god, hang on. Right, so Gerald took it to amateur wrestling. Dave literally took it to Star Trek The Next Generation.
I'm Geordie.
Yeah.
But
okay,
you know what's better? If you're wrestling instead of like the earmuffs, you can actually use the boxing headgear, and that's actually even better for your ear.
Wow, okay. Good to know. Okay, right, so yeah, hot takes. Where were we at, guys? I've completely lost track of everything. Dave.
I'm going to bring it to the finale of Invincible Season 3. We had the finale of that. I thought it was really good. Like the fight between Invincible and Conquest was really good. It took me a minute though to figure out that Conquest's voice was Jeffrey Dean Morgan.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was doing it as well, and I think he was okay. He did a really good job. Like, because obviously we've never seen any other version of Conquest. We've only had the comic book, so imagining Conquest's voice, that's all we have to go on. And in one sense, I'm like, it's really good, but I think Jeffrey Dean Morgan has now been typecast as like this charismatic madman. So like he's like it's the same thing. Like it is kind of Negan. Like you can't separate Negan from his character in The Boys from Conquest in Invincible. But aside from that, the fight between the two of them is great. Like you can see that there is definitely a power balance, a really good power balance between someone like Conquest, who's they say, oh, he's old, he can't fight for very long. When Viltrumites get stronger as they get older, and Invincible, you know, he is significantly weaker than Conquest, but he still puts up a decent fight. It kind of reminded me of like Goku. When he fights Vegeta the first time. Vegeta's on another level when he first fights Goku. It's really good. I thought it was a really good episode, really good ending to season 3. The end credits scene though, I thought, what the fuck is that? Did you throw this in at the last minute? Are you smoking something that we don't know about? But apart from that, Invincible is the devil, the one in hell.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, that one. But yeah, it was good. It was a good finale. It was a bit of a slow journey to get to this point, but it was really good.
I only made it about 4 minutes into episode 1 of Invincible, and I'll try to get back to it at some point.
No, so David, like that's the thing. So when I first saw Invincible, like I was like zoned out the whole, but like watch it till the end. That's where you get what is this show is.
I'll watch it to the end when you watch season 2 of Dexter. All right.
And when you admit Resident Evil 6 is bad.
Never. But to Dave's point, like
no, I do agree. I will.
David and I also think this, but like you said, like The Walking Dead, right? Apparently, the guy who voiced Mark and also the guy who voiced Conquest were a part of Walking Dead.
Yeah.
And then Conquest beat the shit out of the guy who voiced Mark.
Again.
Now,
wait, so who voices this other character?
Steve Yeun, the guy who played Glenn.
So yeah. In The Walking Dead. So Steve Yeun played what's his character name? Glenn. And Jeffrey Dean Morgan played Negan. And when Negan finally first turns up, this literally stopped people watching The Walking Dead. It was in the comics, but they'd been teasing that Glenn was going to die a few times. And then Negan turned up with Lucille, his baseball bat, and beat the shit out of him until like his eyeball popped out. And then literally The Walking Dead started having the ratings go down because it was too bleak, it was too sinister.
It was pretty extreme.
It was too extreme.
Yeah, but David, this is also written by the guy who also wrote Walking Dead. And that's why Amazon literally memed it on their YouTube saying this is the long-awaited rematch of Negan versus Glenn. And I think there's a lot of probably Walking Dead references that's floating by my head, but you guys probably understood it. And like I also had a problem with the Invincible animation, especially like the characters' faces. Some of the faces, especially the lips design. This is everyone has like this plastered square on their lips, and I always like threw me aside. And again, in this season, apparently the animation budget was really low. I don't know why Amazon gave a low budget, considering the last 2 seasons were successful. But in the fight episode, they did probably put a lot of, and even in the Invincible War, I think they actually got their money's worth in this one. But did you guys see that? When Adam Eve burns Conquest, he technically doesn't have a dick anymore.
What?
Yeah, so there's a moment where Adam Eve, that one of the Mark's girlfriend, she blasts him with this amount of energy, and it basically takes off a layer of his skin. And when Conquest stands up, he has no gentleman's sausage.
Oh my god! Okay, so guys, hypothetical situation, I know, but if that happens, right, like, what's the point? Right, of anything.
I mean, for Conquest, he's probably been saying that since the century. Again, he drops this argument like, I am so lonely. I am a problem of my own.
lonely.
That was like, what are you talking about?
I will defend that cat. I'm going to play devil's advocate and defend it because I think it goes into his psyche a little bit. It does go into his like, no one else will be around me because I am somewhat insane. And you hear him say like the other Viltrumites won't be around him because they think he's unstable and insane. And by doing that, he's actually proving that point is that he is insane. He is unstable.
I get the unstable bit, but it's like I am a failure of my own success. And Drag is like, not to me, you dumbass.
But did you notice as well? It's like a brief when you talk about the animation cap. There's a brief second where I think it's when Conquest is holding Atom Eve, his eye comes back. Did you not see it?
I did not see it.
It's like a brief second. It's like the camera angle is like sort of pointed like downward, so you're looking up at him, and you can just see that he's got both his eyes back.
I think it healed. Probably it healed.
It probably healed. He can heal that, but he can't heal his meat and 2 veg.
Yeah.
But I would say like since like Jeffrey Dean Morgan is the guy for Voice Conquest, I want the guy. The only movie I can think of, I want the guy from The Thing to voice Thrag. He's a popular voice actor who voiced Goliath in Gargoyles. He's in The Thing. He's the other character that survives along with Kurt Russell. I forgot the actor's name.
Yeah, I can't remember his name either.
Yeah.
Mike.
He's also been in the Roddy Piper movie as well. He's like the best friend.
Wait, what? They Live?
Yeah.
Yep.
Wait, so what's the...
Keith David.
Keith David. Oh my god, he's in The
Yeah.
Thing. What a great actor.
Yep.
Yeah, I want Keith David to voice Thrag because, like, if you have like Jeffrey Dean Morgan voicing Conquest and Omni-Man is voiced by Jay Jameson, the only actor that can top all of them is probably Keith David, and he should voice.
How
Thrag.
old is the character though?
He's not older than Conquest, but he's supposed to be more like the king of the Viltrumites. Like he's the big bad.
Okay, right. I have no reference for what you just said, Cap. So you need to just tell me more. He's not older than Conquest. But good old.
Sorry,
Thrag.
I was looking on the internet. What was the question?
How old?
So you seen first episode, right, David? So you saw Omni-Man, right? Picture a king of Omni-Man.
I watched this like 7 years ago, whenever it first came out. I don't remember it.
Like 4 years ago.
I'll
Maybe
be
5.
completely honest, right?
Back in
Just Google
1952.
Thrag.
I had.
Just Google Thrag.
Yeah. No, I've had someone else within the last week tell me I need to watch Invincible, so I'll get on this now that we've reached the end of season 3.
You can right now like Google Dragon Lab, make a judgment that should keep David voice him or not.
Okay, well let's have a look. So Thrag, Invincible. Okay, and let's have a look. So Thrag. Yeah, I see it, but you know, like he has a mustache. I'll give him that.
Everyone has a mustache.
Yeah, but like,
I was gonna say he doesn't look.
So,
Like
He doesn't look much different.
Basically, all the male Viltrumites have mustaches.
yeah. Okay. Good. Well. Excellent. Now, guys. Apparently, it will be next year we get a new Spider-Man film, and I don't know if you've heard about the rumoured casting news that have come out this week, but if you recognise her from Stranger Things, apparently Sadie Sink is rumoured to be in Spider-Man 4, and people are
Mary
saying, well,
Jane?
she's going to be playing Mary Jane because it's
Yeah.
obvious. However, we already have an MJ in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, so that people are saying she may be Jean Grey, and so I figured this was worth.
In a Spider-Man film?
Well, perhaps they introduce Spider-Man in a Captain America film, so they could introduce Jean Grey into the MCU in a Spider-Man film.
Sure.
I mean, why not? Like, they look at the crappy way that they've introduced the X-Men.
She could be Black Cat. She could be Black Cat.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah?
It's possible.
Yeah.
Now, the interesting thing is, these rumours came out, and then she was interviewed. I won't play it here, but I did see it. And when asked about if she was going to be in it, she said, "No, I have nothing to say about this. The rumours are cool, though, so obviously this means it's confirmed." Because if you aren't in it, you could just say, no, that's not true. You know, perhaps one day I could be in a Marvel film, but, you know, I'd be open to that. But just saying I have nothing to say about this is a confirmation. So,
Suspicious.
but look,
So-
she is Mary Jane Watson. So, but
Yeah.
absolutely, this is 100% the casting for Mary Jane. And I guess it wouldn't always have been. I think she's probably older than what she looks. Because obviously being in Stranger Things, she probably couldn't have been in it like 5 years ago.
I don't think she could be older than Zendaya.
You don't?
I don't think so.
I don't think she's older than Zendaya. But that's my
Yeah.
point. So she obviously couldn't have taken the role of Mary Jane a few years ago. But the idea is that she's going to come in and be Mary Jane when they've got an MJ is really confusing.
Zendaya is older.
Yeah.
Yeah, the other thing they could do is do something with the Spider-Verse. I mean, they did it with the animated stuff, but they could do something with that, and she could be MJ as well, but in a different world or something. Who knows?
Yeah, it's just like...
Yeah, no, Mark, no, Gerald, no.
What?
Away
No, I
from the
agree.
multiverse.
I agree. It
Be
shouldn't.
gone.
I agree.
The multiverse. Right, the
I
multiverse.
like the idea of the multiverse. It's just the execution of it.
That's their
Oh, I agree.
fault. Guys, I'm going to
Yeah.
invoke it. Right, so anyway.
Spider!
The multiverse is the best idea and concept in all of fiction. But
Yeah.
there is no reason just to have a second MJ.
I
Unless they
agree.
were going to
Yep.
bring her in for Andrew Garfield to come back. But to be honest, he's quite a bit older than she is.
Guys,
But if the robot Feige says it should happen, then it's going to happen.
Sorry, I just...
Yeah, just like, again, like the easiest thing, just dye her hair white and make a black cat.
No,
Problem
you don't
solved.
bring in...
No, Felicia is blonde. You idiot.
Ah, okay. But like, I only seen her as Black Cat. I don't know her.
You don't bring in like the only natural redhead in all of cinema today, and then make her dye her hair when there is a character that is meant to be a redhead that she would be perfect casting for. That's just
No,
crazy.
apparently, Hollywood does have a problem against redheads for some reason recently. Like, all the redheads in fiction have somehow disappeared. Everyone hates gingers. I don't know why.
All the redheads in fiction have disappeared, such as who?
Kinda. Yeah, like, you know, they made Ariel's hair now orange. She's not red anymore. But also, like, other cartoon characters. Okay, Adam Eve is still a thing, but I'm saying, like, all the classic redhead characters are kind of like turning into either ashen or blonde. Again, like,
Wow.
some gingers.
Wait, other than Ron Weasley, who is a red-headed character in fiction?
Ginny, Gwen.
Okay.
Jessica Rabbit.
Jessica Rabbit.
The Weasleys, the famous
Jessica
Weasleys.
Rabbit.
Yeah. Is
Amy
there a
Pond.
conspiracy about... Okay, let's look this up.
Why
Conspiracy...
does Hollywood hate gingers?
Okay.
No, Karen Gillan's a ginger.
Who?
Who?
Karen Gillan.
Oh yeah, in Doctor Who.
Yep.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
they make
Doctor
her
Who.
shave her head in the MCU.
See?
Yeah. Oh. What is the conspiracy about
Everyone hates red for some reason.
I think South Park covered this at one point.
I think you're right.
They did.
four posts? Let's see. There isn't a single unified conspiracy about ginger people that is right.
You've got one behind you. on your
Fry.
green screen.
Fry.
You're Fry.
Yeah. Okay. Good. Well, that was from 1999 that started. So.
Okay, back
Kyle?
to what we
Who's
what we
Kyle?
originally talking.
South Park.
Kyle from South Park.
Is
He's
he a
ginger.
ginger?
He is.
Yep.
Yeah, he is
Right.
a ginger. Even
You don't see
when
his
he
hair
ta-
too
when he ta-
often, but there's probably
when-
like 4 or
yeah, when
5
he takes his
episodes.
Oh my
hat off,
God.
He's redhead.
Oh my God! Check this chisel out. That's
Yeah.
amazing.
That's Kyle's hair.
I never knew that.
Hmm.
Wow, I've been lied to all these years.
I do want to ask, like, so what is the Avengers Doom thing is happening? Is this happening this year?
No.
I think, are they filming it though? I think
I've-
they've started filming it.
I've heard different rumours, so it would be impossible for me to say anything. I've heard, oh, they've started filming it, or they've started writing the script, or they've cast this person and that person. I can't comment.
Okay, so I think
Because like,
you go on.
we looked at the characters, I think, on last Geek Battle.
Yeah.
And again, it was not a very star-studded cast, and I'm not really sure if Spider-Man's in it or not.
It's
And
a
I think if you
freaking
don't have
understatement.
Spider-Man, yeah, if you don't even have Spider-Man, that film is toast. That's
It has to
$100
have
million.
Spider-Man.
Yeah. Otherwise, like that film is like $100 million down the drain just for Robert Downey Jr.
It's amazing how, like, obviously Endgame kind of was like, okay, there's no more Iron Man, there's no more Black Widow, there's no more Captain America, and that might have been it actually, because obviously we still had Nick Fury, we still had Hawkeye to a degree, and then since then, I think they have confirmed that they're doing Hawkeye Season 2. And they obviously did Secret Invasion or whatever with the Nick Fury series, which stunk. But they still have Falcon as Captain America. They have Thor, who would still be in it. They have Star-Lord, who they said at the end of these movies, Star-Lord will return. They have Spider-Man, they have Doctor Strange, they have Ant-Man. And then they have the new breed of, like, Girl, Hawkeye, and She-Hulk. They still have Hulk. So I think they've still got a very...
No, we have not had Hulk since Infinity War.
We have not had Hulk. No.
No, we have
that
not had
one
Hulk
scene at the beginning.
Since,
yeah.
Since Ragnarok.
I would say, like, I'm probably the most against the Ruffalo design. Like, even before, like, he became Professor Hulk, right? I hated the Hulk design in the Avengers. I hated the Ruffalo Ice Hulk design. It's like a beer belly and something. It was like, blah. I preferred... Yeah, literally. He had a gut instead of like.
Hulk fights anger with alcoholism.
If you maybe you can Google this thing with like all the Hulk designs in films. I would still say the Incredible Hulk 1 is still the most badass looking of all the Hulk. Even the 1 is pretty much cool, but like as it went on, it degraded slow on, and I hate the whole Avengers Hulk design. And Professor Hulk is even worse.
Okay, so look, this is the best way to sum it up, in a sense. So look, it shows like different size. The only real Hulk is the Lou Ferrigno one. All of them literally aren't real. And then like this one, like
I would say that still looks better than the Ruffalo Hulk. Look at the Ruffalo Hulk. He looks.
Well, they made it look like Mark Ruffalo. That's the weird
and
thing.
It had to, and you know, lighting was a thing. In 2005, lighting wasn't a thing in CG.
Well, there's some lighting there. It's just the green is really green. I don't know.
Like, do you remember, like during the night scene, he looks awful in the night when he's in that film, the 2005 one.
When he fights the dogs.
Like,
when he fights, that's the Hulk. That one is the Hulk.
No, this is the Hulk.
No, bring it back. Bring it back.
This.
bring it back.
This is what the Hulk is.
Can I just say, like, the Hulk that you're saying is the one. I can't say the name of it.
Lou Ferrigno.
The Lou Ferrigno one. It kind of reminds me. Shut up. It kind of reminds me of the Japanese monster movie War of the Gargantuas. He just looks to me like one of the characters from that film.
Well, you might do. I don't know. I can't really pass a comment on that. What I can pass a comment on is that he doesn't have toes.
Hulk wears stiletto shoes.
It'd be interesting, so I haven't watched this in a long time. This show is genuinely really good, though.
Hulk play baseball.
Yeah, the original Hulk show is genuinely actually very good.
They paint his teeth green.
When I was little, I loved that one.
It's Red Ross!
Red Ross!
Red Ross.
Oh, I love that. Who is the Red Hulk? Oh, who is it? Who could it be? It was like, guys, we already know who the Red Hulk is. They covered this in like Agents of Smash. They covered this in the Avengers cartoon. They covered it in the comic books. They covered it in the Avengers cartoon. Everybody knows, but you. So
One
stop
second,
asking
guys.
the question.
It's Tim.
It's Tim. Hi, Tim.
Hey, Dave. How are you?
Our resident Wiltramite. With the
Which one? There's the funny one, and then there's me.
Oh, well. I ain't gonna dispute it. Right, okay. How are you though, Tim? It's good to see you.
I'm good. I'm good. It's good to see you guys too. How are you?
Yeah, not too bad. We were just talking about various iterations of the Incredible Hulk. He can't hear us now. Actually, Tim, are these for show? Are they ear defenders? Are these like amateur wrestling? They're for show.
Give me a moment.
Okay, I love it. They actually work for show.
But like Dave, when you said like, "Who is the Red Hulk? Who is the Red Hulk?" Instead of showing the Red Hulk, what it usually was going.
Yeah.
Here we go.
But one of my friends who's actually Tamil and he doesn't really speak English, so he saw the dubbed version of Captain America, the new Captain America, and the thing he said, "Why is Captain America so lame?"
I feel like he's always been lame.
No,
Whoa.
I think he preferred the Chris Evans one. He did not like this one. He's just like, why is Captain America so lame? Why is he fighting the Hulk? He's gonna get pulverized.
Yeah, but you remember in Avengers 2, Captain America goes, language. Like, he's always been lame.
Yeah.
That's kind of his thing.
Okay, look.
He's a Boy
And
Scout.
I identify with it because I'm lame as France.
Okay, check this out, guys.
Did you just say lame as frogs?
I think that's what I heard.
Sorry, France. Sorry, France. Lame as fuck. All right. Language.
That's amazing. You censored yourself and made it much worse. Right.
I did. Oh god.
Okay.
See,
guys.
that's Captain America. He's lame. He just makes it work like accidentally.
Now look, I'm gonna make my case for Lou Ferrigno, the best of both worlds, CGI Hulk based on why does it say remove? Why does it say remove? Oh yeah, add to stage. There you go. So look at that, Lou Ferrigno's face,
yeah.
CGI Hulk. That should be the direction they go.
No.
Who's this geezer?
What are you
Why does his like? My eyes were just drawn to it. Like his left nipple looks like it can cut glass.
What? Use the Hulk, of course it can.
It probably could.
Yeah, I can't believe this.
It probably could.
Go
That's
back
canon.
to-
His nipples are
T-shirt.
his nipples are as sharp as diamonds.
Do you know what? In
Just
the
go
case
back-
of Superman, that has to be true, right? Because if you see like Superman 4, like a single hair can hold up like 1,000 pounds. So his nipples, what are the powers of Superman's nipples?
Hello and welcome to the nipples part of our show this evening. We discuss various nipples of superheroes.
Oh,
They're
Here's a
bullshit,
question.
David. Don't think too
Can
much about
Superman
it.
lactate?
Superman,
Yeah. I mean, he has nipples. He's a guy.
Let's bring in our resident milk specialist, Luke Skywalker, everybody. He's doing the milk test.
Now earlier we did discuss the idea that there is a legitimate canon Spider-Man where his sperm gave Mary Jane like
Cancer.
radioactive cancer. So I just asked AI, can Supergirl lactate? Right? Okay, because let's keep it at least a little bit more sensible. It says this is a fun
Men can lactate.
Sorry, what?
But, no, okay, well, because this is
Humans
important.
can lactate
If
to make
you
it more
remember-
sensible.
If you remember Man of Steel, Kal-El was the first natural-born Kryptonian in like hundreds of years. If Lara L cannot lactate, Clark would have starved to death on that planet. So he is lucky that Krypton blew up and he got sent down to like human Earth food.
Yeah.
No, wait, but Martha wouldn't have been lactating either.
Yeah,
Maybe
no,
the service is a
even
bit
if
more.
Cows and goats. They were on a farm.
They were on a farm.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure.
All
I'm
those
pretty sure
poor
you
goats.
don't need. I'm pretty sure you don't need to be pregnant to lactate. I think that the function still exists, but
Really?
the hormones. Yes. Yes.
What is going on here?
The hormones, though, like the system gets activated. But again, I am a dude, so I do not know enough about
Tim,
pregnancy to.
I want to know more of your theory. How do you activate it? Is it like
No,
activate?
Like Dragon Sword, Tyrannosaurus, lactation.
no, so
Hadouken.
Oh wow.
No, here's the thing.
I think you know what I think I found it out. I think I was listening to a woman talk or something. I don't know.
Let me finish my scientific point. During childcare, there are instances where the husband starts lactating as well.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Are you speaking from experience, Kat?
Psychosomatic. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm a child who gave birth to a child.
This is like the weirdest part of the show we've had in a very long time.
Hey,
Can you imagine
I
like
mean,
someone
that's
tuning in right
ChatGPT.
now and they're just like thinking, oh, I'm gonna listen to the latest thing about like see what's it saying about the latest Superman film. Right, so lactation, who can do it?
Alien lactation.
Which one of us can do it live right now?
Yeah, but like even with the, like they never actually did a really good study on like super beings' invulnerability. So invulnerability is technically so the Juggernaut technically has force fields. That's why he's invulnerable. So his skin is not something that is like invulnerable. It's just like there's always like the ancient gem of Siderax always puts a force field around him, and that's why he's invulnerable. But like Superman's are like they're just generally tough. So if they're like that, how can vaccinations, massage therapies, and sort of intercordial activities can ever occur?
Wait,
Intercordial activities.
Sex.
Wait, so hang on. So vaccination. When does Superman have vaccinations?
Probably when he was a baby.
I just threw that in there to hide the intercordial activities. Okay.
Stop saying intercordial activities.
Just imagine, like 3 years ago, the comic comes out in the writers' room. They're in a real problem. They're like, well, if Clark doesn't go for his vaccinations, it's gonna read wrong. And then he's like, oh, sorry, the needle broke. It's like, how do they get around this? You know.
Because he was when he was on Earth, it wasn't he got on Earth and immediately got his powers. It took the sun's rays. It took time for him to get his powers. He didn't get on Earth and then immediately have them.
Yeah, but like even when he was like 5 years old.
Look, Clark Kent working for the Daily.
He came down in the 50s.
Well, fine. If you don't want to
I
update it.
mean, like, okay, we're still like you're avoiding the subject here. Like
Yeah,
the
Dave.
main focus. How does like invulnerability play into that like intercordial?
Well, okay, so Captain America, they say he can't get drunk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Captain
Superman-
America can't?
Yeah, it's literally in the movie. Captain America, he says about, oh, alcohol doesn't work on him or whatever.
Yeah. Even like Wolverine, it does, but like it takes an awful lot to actually work on him because like his healing factor will keep pushing out the poison.
Yeah.
You see Wolverine get drunk a lot.
Yeah, but it takes a considerable amount of effort to get him drunk, though.
Yeah, true. Okay, good.
So,
like Kat said,
again,
his healing
Before he
factor
has a
pushes
beer
out the
bottle.
toxins.
What's that, Tim?
Okay, to make
He
this
just
a
always
little
has a beer
bit
bottle.
to make it a little bit more sensible, like we did with lactation. So Supergirl partner is Jimmy. I don't know.
Jimmy
last name,
Olsen.
but, like,
Olsen.
Yeah,
Jimmy Kimmel.
Jimmy
Yeah,
Olsen
Jimmy
can land Supergirl.
Oh, he does. Google it.
Jimmy Seinfeld. Jiminy Cricket.
Jimmy Olsen in the Superman the animated series. Jimmy Olsen was the one who was eyeing Supergirl.
Yeah, he can eye her all he likes, but in that relationship, that's like Clark Kent eyeing Lois.
Eyeing
Yeah,
Lois
out of the
Lane.
league.
Eyeing Lois Lane.
Yeah.
I mean, she's also human, and he did fancy her.
Yeah, he can fancy her, but there's no way Jimmy Olsen manages to get with Supergirl.
Even in the new series, even the new Superman series, Jimmy Olsen is the one who's, on
Wait,
Supergirl.
okay,
and
I didn't
Supergirl.
really. Wait, hang on. Was this Jimmy Olsen in the Supergirl TV show? Did he play Jimmy Olsen?
I have no idea.
Because
I have no
that
idea.
doesn't count.
Ah.
Was that on the
Suddenly,
WB?
If they have to make it so that
Yeah,
Jimmy
I don't
Olsen is a heartthrob.
think so, but
In the cartoon,
Was that on the
it's not
WB?
It says Jimmy
In the
Olsen
I think it is.
talks real danger of Supergirl. Yeah, it looks like it.
So this was on the WB?
Yeah.
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 So, like, if they turn
Oh,
Jimmy
God,
Olsen
that's gotta
into
be
a
Jimmy
heartthrob,
Olsen, then.
it's not the same character anymore.
Yeah, but like
That's
that's
gotta be-
the cartoon one. That's the cartoon one, David.
Okay.
Ah, you break it. Yeah. So
That's got to be Jimmy Olsen because the WB only hires handsome actors. It's it. It's like
That
you have to either be
explains.
Yeah. So, well, the thing is, like, yeah, the WB's like, you know, I think the WB has certain themes that they have in every TV show, and I was listening to James Gunn talk about it.
To bring on the early discussion that we had, Jimmy Olsen in the '90s Superman the Animated Series used to be a ginger, and the new one is not.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The
but he
new one is
wasn't
not.
originally. Look, Jimmy Olsen in like the 1978 Superman film was also, if you didn't know this, the brother of Marty McFly. Did you know this, guys? Same actor.
No.
That he plays Dave McFly.
It's Doctor Who.
Well, do you know what? There's a good point there as well. It is a bit like Matt Smith's
It's
Doctor.
Doctor Who.
But yeah.
I picture Jimmy Olsen as a redhead in his 50s being Bill Burr. You know,
that would be a bit of a change.
Just really angry that he's not Superman, and like a very reasonable person with, maybe not reasonable, I don't know, but like just kind of angry and loud.
Yeah, absolutely. Do you know what? I have found redhead Jimmy Olsen though. So another one. Earlier in the show, Tim, Capelthave spoke of some conspiracy where they're changing every ginger head character into a brunette. Apparently.
Why does he look like what's his face? Pee-wee. He looks like Pee-wee Herman.
Well, it's just meant to be like it's that 1950s kind of aesthetic from the comics.
Hi, Superman! You gotta save me! What?
What? You sound like Professor Frink from The Simpsons.
Do I?
Yeah.
Yep, a little bit.
Who was Professor Frink based on?
Well,
Jerry Lewis. Jerry Lewis, the nutty professor.
Jerry Lewis, yeah. Yep.
Well, Hyman, you know. But anyway.
So I posted the '90s Jimmy Olsen from the famous Superman.
It's on bloody Yahoo. Why?
Is this Reddit again? Yahoo.
No, it's Yahoo.
What's wrong with
Screw
Yahoo?
that. Well, no, because every time I go on Yahoo, it puts it in bloody Spanish.
Do you know what?
I don't know.
It literally, it came up there, translate from Spanish. So.
You see?
Yeah. Oh no, it is in Spanish.
I don't know why my Google turned into Yahoo. I just realized it turned into Yahoo.
Weird.
Huh.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, but there he is. So yeah. He doesn't look like Jimmy Olsen. He looks like a bully. He looks like he's Kevin McAllister's bully.
So that's
Okay, guys. Let's see what else have we got? What other things have we seen this week? What hot takes? Are there any new trailers and things that I have missed?
Did we talk about Daredevil yet?
I haven't seen it, but by all means, go ahead.
Oh yeah, pretty good. I was watching it with my fiance, and she was talking about she read about how half of the writers in the writers' room changed after halfway through the season. So I understand I like it right now. I've only seen the first 3 episodes, but I imagine there's going to be some I don't know. I imagine it won't feel like a fluid storyline halfway through.
Yeah, my understanding is they filmed half of it when there was the writers' strike a year ago, and they looked at because obviously they couldn't keep filming, they couldn't keep writing because there was the actors' strike as well, and they looked at what they'd got and they were like, this doesn't work, scrap it all. And I think what they have got, because if they'd made 6 or 8 episodes, I think they were like, what can we still reuse? If we've got fight scenes, we need to write a new story that will lead into these and lead out of them to wherever we want to. The Foggy Nelson character wasn't in the original version that they were making a year ago, but he'd been in the Netflix version, so they brought him back, and they did things to make it more of a continuation of the Netflix show. But yeah, it's a Frankenstein show. I haven't had time recently with stuff going on to be able to check this out. But yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to seeing Daredevil soon. Are they? How long are the episodes? Are they half an hour, 40 minutes?
First one's hour and 1 minute, and the last two were 45, 46 minutes.
Okay, cool.
Pretty good. Yeah. I enjoyed it. I'm looking forward to seeing the next episode with my fiance tonight. But I also watched Paradise. I don't know if anyone saw that.
Don't know that.
With Sterling K. Brown. It's got James Marsden, the old Cyclops, in it.
Wow.
And he plays the president. And the story is pretty interesting. Like, I recommend it. It's written or directed by the guy who did This Is Us. And like, when I think of This Is Us, it's like a, family show with very sensitive overtones, and like everyone's like, "Ooh, hugs." But like this one really shows the depth of the director in like how relationships build the story. Yeah. And the story it has like a sci-fi apocalyptic feeling, but it's not the sci-fi apocalyptic feeling doesn't really show itself as easily, especially with how the relationships and the characters play out in the setting. I think it was a great show.
Yeah, no, absolutely. It looks interesting. I haven't seen any of the shows like this in a long time. So here it is. It says like political thriller and stuff like this. Some of them can be really good. Like, obviously it was kind of action based, but I always liked on like the show 24 how it would have like the White House side of things, and what were some other ones? Obviously West Wing and stuff like this. And what was that? Oh my god, what was that really good one? It got the same guy from 24 in it. Did you ever see Designated Survivor?
I haven't. I heard it's good though.
Yeah. I think I've trailed off with it, but like the concept of it was amazing. That there was like a terrorist attack in Congress or wherever all of your American politicians gather, and it wipes them all out. And I think this is a true story. There was someone who, when they have these huge gatherings, is designated, like a designated driver, to not be there and to be somewhere safe. And it actually, in this story, actually then happened where it suddenly fell on this guy who was like 86th in line for the throne, so to speak. Mm-hmm. Suddenly is elevated to president by default. It was a very cool concept for a show.
Almost throne. We still want to call it an office, but there's a couple people who want to call it a throne. We're still trying to keep it a democracy, but
Well, we'll see in a few years.
Absolute power corrupts.
Yes, absolutely.
America.
Now,
America.
If there isn't anything,
that's beyond.
Right, if there isn't anything like, we can come back to any other stuff and we can look up other news. But something we did a few weeks ago, we went on to Tier Maker, and we tried to rank all of the Star Wars things. And so, I figured that we should do something else. And
we did that without Nick.
We don't have to go through all of these. Part of this can even be a little bit of a guessing game, because here's ones that have been pre-made. But someone has made a tier maker thing with 126 of the Marvel superheroes in there. Now, we can kind of feel this out as we go along. I don't know if we can click on them and make them bigger. So some of these we might be trying to identify who they are. But if we're talking about how good they are, how much we like the character, or how powerful they are, we've got rankings like from F all the way up to A, and then S for special, and then I don't know what X is, but probably like X.
Extreme.
Yeah. Right. Do you want to do this? We don't have to do this, but we can spend 5 minutes on it at least. So what I'll say is, you're going to have to identify them. We can talk around them. Gerald, would you like to pick someone from this as your first pick, and then you can suggest where they are ranked by whatever criteria you wish. So I can't even fit them all on the screen quite, but we'll start here.
I'll do Moon Knight.
Jesus, I'm gonna have to try to find him now.
So he's on the. So the where you're at right now, it's on the second from the bottom row, and then 4 over from the left.
1, 2, 3, 4. This.
The other way.
Right,
That's
Brad.
not Moon Knight.
Shit. Sorry, my bad.
Oh, there he
Shit.
is.
I don't even know left and right from each other. Okay, so Moon Knight.
Ah!
Bring this guy right to the
Don't
top here.
choose champion.
Where would you put Moon Knight in your rankings based on whatever criteria you wish?
I like him a lot, but I would say probably C. He's basically like Marvel's Batman.
Wow, Marvel's Batman
Not
is
as-
only a C.
But he's definitely a far removed from Marvel's Batman. He also has because what was it? Isaac, what's his face?
Isaac Hayes.
Yeah, no, not Isaac.
Isaac Oscar. Sorry.
Yeah,
Oscar Isaac.
Who was Isaac Hayes? Who's
Sorry,
Isaac
Isaac
Hayes?
yeah. That's who he was, and he's got like a lot of mental issues too. But it's sort of a cool character.
I have to say that I did like the Egyptian theme that they did. I wish that it was a better show, but I liked that they tapped into the Egyptian mythology because, like, I like that. Like, a lot of people do like Norse and Greek and stuff, but like Egyptian mythology gods also like really fun gods. I love to see more of them.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay, Capel Fave, who would you like to pick and where would you like to rank them? Let's see what we can do within a few minutes.
Thor.
Thor, okay, help me spot this dude.
He's in the top. He's like in
Alright,
the first line.
That's
Yeah.
that's Beta
not
Bill.
Thor.
That's
That's
Beta Bill.
Ray Bill. That's
Yeah,
Beta
Beta
Ray
Ray Bill.
Bill. Damn it, that I can't pick him. I hate him. I want
Hang
Thor.
on. Scroll up. There's Thor. Bottom,
at the
second from the
bottom.
bottom. He's in.
There we
By
go.
the thing.
Okay.
There you go.
There we
He's
go.
where he is. There's Frog Thor.
Okay, Cap, where would you put Thor in your rankings?
On the top.
Boo!
You can
No!
No.
Defend yourself now, Capelthev.
Oh,
He is Thor Odin's son. He doesn't have to defend you against mortals.
Okay,
Anyway,
okay,
the
so
reason why-
these are our picks. These are our picks. We will respect where we get
The
to.
reason why
Yeah, go
the
on, Cap.
reason why I put Thor on top, like most of the threats that the Avengers really deal with, only possible if they had like Thor and Hulk. And I would say even Hulk has become very unreliable, and Thor has probably their only powerhouse to actually rely on. The other thing is also it could be another like if Thor was really trying hard, most of the Avengers films would end like easily. Even Robert Downey Jr. actually said this. Actually, the only character he thinks that outshines him, Iron Man. He said that actually in Infinity War. He said like Thor outshines him all the time in the Avengers films, and that's why in the Endgame they were like, okay, we'll make him fat and useless. And that actually happened. Robert Downey Jr. actually said that. And also, I also like Chris Hemsworth recently actually came out saying that he hasn't been playing justice to the character and he has like went too goofy on it and he regrets the reason why he did this and he is actually in other films that if he's being a part of it, he's going to give the character what he deserves. And I like the actor having that attitude toward that character and because again, Thor, the Odin son, like the god of thunder, should need more. And I think, again, with the Avengers threats, most of them will not survive if they don't have Thor with them.
Okay, fair play. Dave, who are you picking?
Scroll down a bit.
Oh my god.
Bear with me.
Okay. Tim, start
Bear with
looking
me.
now, just so we
Yeah,
know.
Tim, start looking now.
Yeah. Gerald, start looking now. Cap, start looking now. Know who your pick is going to be.
Okay.
Ghost Rider?
If Ghost Rider was there, I would have seen him, but he's not there.
I can't
Yeah, I don't see him either.
Yeah, Ghost Rider's not there. I would have picked him if he wasn't
Who do you
there.
want, Dave?
I'll go with Spider-Man. Like,
Okay,
regular
so right down
Spidey-Man.
here.
Yeah, you see him straight away.
Okay, so where are you putting Spider-Man?
I'm putting him in S category.
What? Oh my god, Spider-Man is literally the best character out of the whole of Marvel.
I'm putting him in S.
No.
Yeah. Okay, go on, tell us why.
Okay, I'm putting him in S. He is good. He's a really good character. He's also somewhat of a relatable character, especially right now. I'm also in a shit position with money stuff, so I could be Spider-Man. But except I don't look as cool. So yeah, I just think that like Peter Parker as a character, he has that balance between being the hero and being balancing his personal life and his superhero life. And he's gone through a lot of tragedy as well. He had the death of Gwen Stacy. He has the stuff that even Venom put him through, and he comes back even stronger for it. And yeah, he even actually recently, I think it was most recently, he actually bonded with Venom again to fight another threat. So he put his differences aside with it. So he goes through a lot of character growth and a lot of character stuff. But because Cap put Thor above him, no, I don't think he's
You
an
could also put
X-class.
him up here as well.
Yeah, I could, but it's a tier list.
No, I know, but we're not just like going to have like 7 people in this whole thing.
Yeah, I'm sticking with S.
Okay.
I'm sticking with S
Yeah.
because Peter Parker, while in some ways it is good that he's a flawed character, it's also a negative on his part. It's a double-edged sword on that one.
Okay.
I mean, Dave, you said that you found relatable to like Peter Parker because of body supply. I had this line in the stand-up. It's like the most relatable characters in Disney. Aladdin. No, not because he looks like me, because he's broke like me.
Yeah, I like it. Okay, that's a good criteria. Tim, who would you like?
Captain America.
Captain America. Or
He's second. Yeah.
Oh, hang on. Didn't you say he's really lame or something? What are you doing with it, Tim?
Hey, lameness is a good superpower. I'm gonna put him at S, even though I think he should be an A.
Okay, fair play.
America.
And it looks like one image. It looks like we're meant to have him there. Give us some thoughts, Tim.
Well, I think that like the super soldier serum he took in some lore or canon is meant to be peak human condition. So it doesn't mean he has superpowers. It just means like everything about his body has reached like the highest potential of what we can see in the Olympics or something. But I don't think it's just that. I think it's his ability to work in a team. I think that's super important. Is like when he's picked aside, there are people that rally themselves to like his call, and I think that's a pretty important superpower in some cases. I really appreciate that aspect.
Yeah.
I think like in the new film they do say like the professor says like the serum it just amplifies what is inside, so good becomes great, bad becomes worse, and then he puts this like criteria on like even Chris Evans and stuff. But like I always wonder like who is that like very peak condition? Is it Captain America or Batman? Who is actually
Captain America.
Captain
peak
America.
condition?
Captain America.
Wait, what was your question there,
Yeah.
Cap?
Who is actually the peak of human condition?
Captain America is more than Batman.
Captain America.
Batman has no powers.
But you say that. But like, again, remember, Batman like kicks trees off.
Yes, but Batman also had his back broken. Not once, not twice,
Well,
5 times.
And he came back from
but
it.
Captain America was shot and killed.
Yes, but but in Marvel comics, you get shot, you just come back from the dead the next day. It's just like you walk it off, you know.
That's what happened to Batman, Dave. He walked it off.
Yeah.
Alone Captain America is probably A or B, but if he's surrounded by people, I think he can also be a force multiplier for that
Who
team.
chose all these bloody characters? I don't understand the logic behind this.
Trying to look for
It seems
someone
random.
I want to pick.
It is very random.
Well, and it looks like there's 2 Captain or Ms. Marvels too.
There is.
There's a
Oh.
yeah.
Okay.
Well, yeah, because you've got the psycho Miss Marvel from Disney Plus, and then you got the real Miss Marvel, who's the polymorph.
Yeah.
You mean Rocket's there?
Yep, Rocket's there.
Yeah, there's loads. Okay, so I need to make my pick now. I literally can't see who I like. So I'm gonna choose something. I'm gonna choose Spider-Woman because that design is what I remember growing up. And
Yep.
Okay.
I don't care what you say, guys. Look, I know you've done. That's not where I'm putting her. And you did an injustice to my Spider-Man, but damn it, Jessica Walters is going up there as well.
Okay.
God damn. Yeah, look, when I grew up, there was like Spider-Man and there was the Spider-Woman, like cartoons that I'd watch, and Spider-Man and his amazing friends, and they'd do the crossovers, and she was every bit as cool as Spider-Man. And so I would love to see that costume, that version, realised
in a film. And
Yeah, it's just a shame they did Madam Web instead.
oh my god, they did Madam Web, where they had 3 Spider Women, and they only appeared like in a dream sequence and like a flash forward. It was awful. Have we lost Gerald entirely? Is his next pick? Right, hang on, let's
I
just
think
see.
he's. Oh,
Gerald.
He picked Moon. No, he picked Moon Knight.
What? He picked. Yeah, no, I know, but what? Are we only picking one round?
He's up next.
What? These are our only picks. Is that
Do
what
we
we're
have
saying?
one?
well, because it's a bit of a mixed bag of potatoes down here
Well,
of
look,
characters.
We can choose whoever we want, or we could, you know.
Do we have
Yeah, the
time to do all of them?
Scottish
No, we
dude.
don't have time to do all of them. But it's just like it's an interesting talking point. Just of like who. Right, let's do something else. Let's. Oh my god, can I change what we're doing entirely? Can I type? Right, can I type? Oh my god, I can. So like that, I can put Capital Fave, Dave. Okay, so I'm gonna take all of these away from us.
So what? So hang on,
We're
why
gonna
is
pick a
Cap
team.
why is Cap's tier above me?
No, it's not above.
Yeah,
No.
what?
Rules of engagement. I'm changing the rules of engagement. I like, to be honest, that we do have too many. We have too many. We're going to create
Dave,
our
prepare
own
for
team.
my war.
Oh, we're creating our own Avengers, are we? So
Yeah,
we're Nick
so-
Fury.
Yeah, so look, we have to.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah, we have to. We could do this with other ones as well.
Is this one of those sort of tests like
Gerald.
you must spend this amount of money, the rest will try to kill you?
Well, kind of, except for let's say our teams are gonna defend each other, right, against each other, right? I'm gonna give myself the last pick. So, Cap, Gerald, unfortunately, you've ended up further down the list than you started. Now,
Giggity.
we've changed the rules of engagement. Let's say our team, we're gonna run out of time. Let's try to go through it fairly quickly. Cap, who is your first pick?
Give me Thor.
You
Give
want
me Thor.
You want Thor? Okay.
Where does it hurt?
Where is Thor? Then?
I'm Thor.
You have got Thor. No one else can have Thor. So we're going to see who can create the best team to defeat the others.
Okay.
Dave, who are you picking?
I'm picking Beta Ray Bill.
Who the hell is that?
Copycat.
You're going to have to
No. Beta Ray Bill is stronger than Thor. He's on the first row. First row, he's dressed like Thor. Bit more. That guy there. Beta Ray Bill.
Okay.
Copycat.
And he can wield Mjolnir. I'm
Okay, Tim, who do you want?
Deadpool.
Oh, shit. Right, okay, where was Deadpool? I saw Deadpool earlier.
He's
I want to veto Deadpool from this game.
Right, okay, Deadpool. Gerald, who is your
Professor X.
Oh, damn it. Right, oh,
Oh
God.
yeah.
Right, okay.
Man,
I'm not going to have anyone good. Right, well, there's loads good. Right, so then my pick. Who's my pick going to be? Right, okay, I think...
Spider Ham.
Don't do
Spider
it.
Ham.
Don't do it. Don't make me. Right,
That's so cool.
I'm taking Mr. Fantastic. Screw you. You've got Professor X. I've got Mr. Fantastic.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, but the X can use his brain powers. What the Stretchy Man's gonna do?
He's
Smart-
smart enough
scientist-
to outsmart him. Right,
Scientist Supreme Cap.
Okay. Right, okay. Capelfave, who is your second pick?
Can you go down to the pictures? Ooh, Silver Surfer.
Fuck!
Shit.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh my god, you're right. Okay.
Take that, Dave.
Oh my god.
Oh no! I've got one better. I have one better.
Okay, so you got
Oh,
Silver
no.
Surfer. Okay, Dave, who do you want?
Right. You see next to Captain America,
Maybe. Which row are we talking?
Which
Shall
one?
we higher or lower?
the second row.
Yeah. This guy.
Cap- Let's go there. Captain Universe.
Is that Captain Universe?
Yeah.
I'll be honest, I don't even know
Mr. Universe.
What does he
Mr.
do?
Universe? That sounds like
Well,
Arnold Schwarzenegger.
because he can
Flexing
power
his-
my beta. He can power my Beta Ray Bill with the power cosmic
I'm not
to
gonna
take
lie,
out Cap
Dave.
Silver Surfer.
Look, I'm not the big comic book guy, but I look at your lineup and think, who the hell are these guys? Right.
Trust me, I have a plan.
Okay, Tim, who have you got?
Phoenix.
Well, where is Phoenix?
Oh, that
Should
was a
be
good one.
third row, right next to
Three.
Robin Hood and
So yeah, here.
Okay.
I think
I feel like
yeah.
we're all picking like powerhouses.
I
Right
don't know
now.
if that's.
You need to.
Yeah.
No, Dave. They were picking normal people. We are the ones who started with, oh, we want the Infinity Stone.
Okay,
we were those people.
let's see.
Doctor Strange.
Where is Doctor Strange?
He's right next to the dinosaur on the third row.
One.
Oh.
Doctor
Oh.
I want that
Oh.
Okay. I feel like I'm gonna end up with the shittest team out of everyone.
You're gonna get Miss Marvel.
Shut up. Oh my god.
Never.
You know what? Is that Scarlet Witch?
Yep,
Yes.
that's a
Okay,
good one.
Scarlet
That's a
Witch.
very good one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, thank God. Right, okay, I've got to recognise something.
He got something.
No, I've got Mr. Fantastic. Mine is better than yours.
She could
Dave.
take out everybody by herself. She's like
Exactly.
one of, if not the most powerful one of the.
I'll ask Odin to help me out.
Okay, right. We'll ask at the end of this. We'll see how many picks we do. We need at least 3, but we might be able to squeeze a couple more in. And then we can ask ChatGPT or whatever to rate our teams as the decider.
Ooh, nice.
Oh, that's a good one. I like
I
that.
like
Cap.
I like the judgment.
Who would you like?
Okay, scroll down. I feel like we are a sausage party. I want a girl in this, but I want
Sausage party.
Oh.
Did he really just say that?
Yeah. They already took Scarlet Witch, so I can't take Scarlet Witch. Phoenix, Tim took Phoenix.
No, he didn't.
Well, I was gonna
he
say
did.
that Phoenix is the wrong Phoenix.
Okay,
the
where
green,
is-
the green one, the
where is-
green one on with Miss Marvel, the green one in the middle. That's
Yeah,
Phoenix.
give me
Far.
Where?
So you have to. Well, no, give that to
Is this?
because he
Is
said
this one?
Phoenix, but that no one below.
One below. Okay, yeah, no, fair enough. Like, it's hard
That's
to see who
Phoenix.
some of these small pictures are. So
Yeah.
let's get rid of this. So
Because
who's
I think
that?
that's like Firestar or something like
Oh yeah,
that.
Yeah.
you're right actually.
Yep.
Okay.
So I still don't get Phoenix? Fuck it.
No.
No.
Don't have Phoenix.
No cheating,
No
Cap.
duplications. No duplications.
Yeah,
Uh,
technically,
Substitution
it
exchanges
would
or
be a,
refunds.
technically it would be a
Okay.
sausage party if you had Spider Ham.
I like it. I like it.
Wait, is that Galactus in Namor?
No, that's not Galactus.
Okay. There's no other match.
It's so hard because you can't click on them and see who they are. Image
I
you
want
just
to.
have.
Can you
That's
scroll
probably
up a sec?
Black
Okay,
Knight.
So if we
Yeah,
can't
it's Black
see it,
Knight.
We can do something about it.
Okay, I don't want him. I'm gonna continue the sausage fest. Hercules.
Where's
He's in the middle.
Hercules?
He's in the middle row.
Yeah, with the yep.
yeah.
Yep.
Okay, I see what we're doing here.
And remember, Marvel has merged with Disney, and they have actually in the series they made this Hercules the same as the cartoon Hercules. So screw you, bitches.
Dave, you wanted Star-Lord's dog, right?
Fuck you. No.
Cosmo.
I don't want Cosmo.
Okay.
Scroll down a bit. Bit more. Okay, I've made my decision.
Go on.
I'm going with Wolverine.
Ooh, okay, nice choice. Well, look, we'd already had...
Everybody needs cannon fodder.
Yeah, right, okay. You've got at least one star in your lineup there, Dave.
No, in our
What
team,
the fuck?
Tim, who are you going
Captain
for?
America.
Sorry?
Captain America.
Captain, I think we've already-
Captain America.
Oh, we haven't.
America!
Fuck yeah!
On the other side. I'm not gonna lie, Tim's team looks very marketable as a movie. Right, okay.
Captain Marvel.
Where
You
is
ain't
Captain
giving them the
On
who's
the
day.
second-
You get opinion
on the
on
second
everyone's
row.
TV.
Yeah, okay, I see it. Oh, shit. I need to pull something out the bag here. Guys, I'm gonna do something.
Do you want Cosmo?
No, I'm gonna do something that's gonna start to
Rocket.
obliterate the rest of you. Now I just need to. Right, guys, screw you all.
Howard the Duck.
I'm taking Odin. Boom.
Oh,
Yeah.
Cap, you were screwed.
Yeah.
Cap, you were screwed.
Right.
Cap is screwed.
I didn't know he was there. I didn't even know he was
Yeah,
there.
it's so hard to spot this. It's like
Oh, yeah.
concentration.
I'm soaking up the
Okay,
anguish
we're
of
gonna,
Cap.
We're gonna limit this to 5. We're gonna limit it to 5. Right?
5.
Yeah, I think so. Right, so 2 more picks apiece. Cap.
Okay.
I think David's gonna win. He's got Scarlet Witch, and like the only trump card against Scarlet Witch was Odin, so he can't.
Okay, well,
do it,
hang on.
so
Look, but it's in combination. This is a team.
Yeah, I mean Silver Surfer probably can fight against Scarlet Witch. I think. Let's see. Okay, my turn again, right?
Yes. Take Gambit. Take Gambit.
No. oh, what I'll do is I'll pick Rogue.
It's a good one.
Help me find Rogue.
Yeah. She's in the third line, in the last, from the last top, the bottom to top, the third line.
The bottom
Next to
top.
Rocket.
One.
Next to Rocket.
Yeah, in that line.
To the right.
In this line?
Up one.
Oh yeah, there she is.
Oh yeah.
No, to the right.
Yeah.
Okay. So
finally, the sausage party ends.
Dave, who are you taking?
I am going to take the Hulk.
Good for you. Okay. Good. All brawn, no brains, no Professor Hulk there.
Okay,
Just wait.
Dave
Just
is
wait.
definitely trying to make this more marketable after a tough start.
Shut up. I have a
Okay.
plan.
Jesus, I'm going to end up... Is that Black Bolt? Who is this?
That's Black Bolt, yeah.
Yeah.
It
That's
is.
Black Bolt.
Okay. Whose pick is it? Tim.
I was gonna do Black Bolt. Sorry.
Oh, God. Right, okay, you can have Black Bolt. Oh, man, I should shut my mouth.
Yeah, but like the problem.
Adam Warlock. He's
Where
the
is
second
Adam
one.
Warlock?
He's the third over from the top. The red and yellow.
Red and yellow? Oh, here.
Oh yeah, right on the
left.
top
Yep.
row. There he is.
Good spot. Good spots. Okay, that brings it down to me. Shit, this has come round quick. I'm nowhere near prepared for this. Let's see. I feel like we need to clarify who some of these characters are. Right.
I swear that's
I have no
Professor
clue who
X
that
again.
is.
Let's just quickly check one or two.
Is that Professor
Happy
X again?
Hogan?
Happy Hogan. Oh,
my
Happy.
Oh.
No, that is
Okay.
not my pick. Right.
You need cannon fodder.
Yeah, one cannon shot though.
Okay.
Howard
yeah,
the Duck.
exactly. Right. Let's
Yeah, get that,
see.
Howard.
Let's see. Okay.
Whack.
You
You
still
know
have
what,
Iron
guys?
Man and War
I'm gonna
Machine.
be-
Shush, Gerald. Shush, Gerald.
Like, none of you. I'm going to take Namor. No, I'm not. I'm going to take. I don't have much muscle, do I? Well, yeah, kind of, but not literal muscle.
I mean, like you are all muscle slaves.
You know what? Screw this, right? I'm going to be more progressive than you guys. I'm taking Peggy Carter.
There you go.
There we go. Right. So I've got my Captain America. I've got my Thor. Yes, I've got yes, this is going well. Capital Dave, who is your final pick?
I want.
You can
Is
take
the
Daredevil.
red guy? Is the Mr. Red face thing? Is that Mephisto, guys?
Where?
Where?
Spider-Ham.
No.
The dinosaur?
Spider-Man. I thought that was Mephisto.
Devil
That's
Dinosaur?
Devil Dinosaur.
Can I just
Okay, I don't
find
want
out from the link who some of these characters are? Who is this?
That's A-bomb.
A-Bomb.
I have no clue who that is.
No,
It's
no.
you know Rick, who like the Hulk saved. Well, Bruce Banner saved from the atom bomb. That's
Yep.
his friend.
Wait, so I
Got it.
remember the old cartoons. Hulk, Bruce Banner had a friend called Rick. You're saying that's
Yeah.
now
Yep.
him?
That's
is
now
cool.
him.
I'm glad that Rick turned out okay in the end.
Okay,
but, yeah, Cap.
I'm going with Iron Man.
Ooh, where is Iron Man?
In the
Right
yeah,
there.
in that row.
Back a little bit.
Row,
Yeah,
David.
okay.
There.
Okay, you've got a solid enough lineup. Dave, who are you taking?
Go a bit more down. Where's that character gone? I've lost him. Oh yeah, I'm gonna take Vision.
Ooh, where is Vision? Down here, yeah.
Second run. There he is. I'm
Yeah,
taking
I've
Vision.
got Vision. Yeah. Okay. Fair enough. Go for it. Tim, your final pick.
Emma Frost.
Emma Frost.
It's a good one.
It's next
That's
between the
guy
Scottish
with
guy,
Yeah,
Scott
and
and
Falcon.
Falcon.
the mustache. Yeah.
I've not. Which row? Which row? Point me up. and
Third
down.
row.
Third row.
One
Keep
from the
going.
top. One,
To the
two,
left.
three.
Left.
Left.
This is Emma Frost.
There
You
you
doing
go.
that?
Yeah,
Yep.
that's Emma Frost.
Okay, good for you. Oh shit! Don't. Oh no, I might have just clicked I on something. still can't If I wait for clicked how
No, you're good.
Chat. it. Okay, I managed to click.
No, you're
stop.
good. You're good.
Okay.
I still can't wait until how ChatGPT rates our team. I'm
Okay.
still
Well, we're gonna see. I'm gonna have to. Everyone's gonna have to remind me who we've got.
Yeah.
Okay. So does Frog Thor actually have Thor's powers?
Yes.
Yep.
He's just a frog.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I might just have a second Thor. Why not?
Hi all, I'm here to kill you with Monier.
That feels like my absolute mistake to do this though. So give me one more second. Right.
Hi all.
Don't know who's
But is it like Frog Thor is like Thor turned into a frog? Is that the storyline?
I think so.
Yeah. So it's like so my Thor just fights for my team, and when it gets to David's turn, he goes and turns into a frog, and like I'm here as well.
Oh, I'm definitely gonna lose it if I do that move, but I think I'm gonna do
What
it.
with Spider-Man Noir?
No, I don't want Spider-Man Noir. No, I'm gonna go for Frog Thor. I'm gonna trust you that he actually has Thor's powers. Wait, alright,
Very,
I'm gonna
very
take
poor
Sorcerer
choice.
Supreme. Yes. Wong.
But you're gonna take Wong.
Yes.
So
Okay.
you, whoops, you
Wow.
skipped me.
Oh, I skipped you. Shit. I'm sorry.
That's okay.
Oh,
That's
hang on,
okay.
I
No,
moved-
Yeah,
no,
'cause
yeah,
Jack-
but you can have Wong if you want. Go for it.
no.
Who do you
Go
want?
ahead.
Who do
You got it.
No, who do you
I
want?
think-
You've got to do it fair.
So I don't see
Oh.
Jean Grey. Does anybody see her?
Jean Grey.
Yeah,
That's not
I don't see
Phoenix.
her.
That's
So if not, I think
no.
no
I think-
duplication, no duplication.
click on the one that's just above where you're at right there. I think that's actually Ghost Rider.
This.
If that is,
What?
that's who I
No,
want.
that's not Ghost Rider.
Oh wait, sorry. No.
That's
Next to on the Gambit line. So go up.
Gambit. Yeah, can you,
Whoops.
so where'd you
That's Gamora.
That's Gamora.
Right next to Gamora to the right.
Oh fuck, is that the Ghost Rider?
Okay,
I think it
open
is.
tab.
Dave,
Oh
what
my
have
God.
we done?
It is. Yeah, that's who I
Oh,
want.
nothing.
Oh,
Another
for
second
fuck's
guy.
sake!
We lost Dave. We lost big time.
This is giving me a second chance at life here.
No,
Yeah,
we're in
we
with a
don't want
chance.
anymore.
We're in with a chance, Cap.
Alright, okay, hang on.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah. The thing is, like, again, like his penance there. I don't think it will work on Thor.
No,
Probably
it's
will-
It's Johnny
Who is
Blaze.
this?
If it's Johnny Blaze, we're fine.
So
Ah.
this is.
Because Danny
Deathlock.
Ketch had
Deathlock.
the penance there.
Who is this?
Bob.
That's the
The
kid.
Hulkling.
Kid Hulk.
Hulkling.
Hulkling.
Ugh,
Yeah.
no way. Right, I'm fine. I'm going to take She-Hulk. It may be a
Okay.
shit show, but in the original comics I hear, you know, she's just I'm giving myself a Hulk. There we go.
Okay.
Look at this. I
Cool.
gold power on mine. Done it. Done it, guys. Okay.
And a one guy who stretches. This
Okay.
team feels sus.
Okay. Right. So.
Yeah,
let's
but I
just
got a guy
get
who's
onto this,
poly.
'cause it's going to take me a moment. Right. Okay. So.
I tell you.
I need to.
David
say-
I will be listening in. I'll be right back, guys.
Okay.
David just built a harem for Mr. Fantastic.
No, I didn't. Right. Okay. So, guys.
Tell ChatGPT, we each other made a superhero team. Which team will triumph?
So I'm going to ask AI. So.
Yeah.
Guys, you need to talk. I need to mute. You need to do something for a minute. It's
Yeah.
taken me ages to
So
write
I'm
this.
curious. I'm
So,
curious why some of you made choices for the characters you had. Like,
So
What
honestly,
was-
again, like I didn't know Beta Ray. I mean, like Beta Ray Bill and Thor are pretty much equal, but I think I want Thor. I like Thor, and I want Thor in my team. I
Yeah.
didn't realize Odin was there. Otherwise, I would have picked him too, because like Odin and Thor are probably the best powerhouse team you can build. But Hercules, I think I remember when I was googling like which is the strongest character in Marvel. And Hercules always came up like he's stronger than Thor, he's stronger than Hulk.
Physically, he is, but I don't like against magic and other stuff. I don't think he's
I mean,
that
he's
strong.
technically he's technically a god, so you know.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I chose Deadpool first because I figured there was that comic book Deadpool kills the universe.
Yeah.
That's pretty powerful right there. But I love when when the writers kind of focus on the chaotic part of his mind, is like
Yep.
that cancels out a lot of different things just because like you can't track what he's doing, you know? Like
Yeah,
a psychic, a telepath probably can't do much with his brain because it's all just like a plate of boiled spaghetti.
And I
So-
also like the fact, like, even if like people think they killed Deadpool and they can just walk off and they'll just heal
He
up.
just keeps
and,
coming back.
infiltrate their base and do something. Like, he could be the spy, he could be the ninja guy who does it. I really wish I could have had like Nightcrawler on my team, because teleportation is a very underrated power. Whatever weakness the other characters have, they can just like have it and poof to their face. It's so easy to whack out a lot of people with teleportation.
That's a strong choice too.
Yeah.
Because
But I have
if you do
Rogue.
look
I
at
have Rogue. I can touch everyone and take all their powers.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the two that, or the three that I think were the best picks later on was Rogue, Scarlet Witch, and Phoenix. Those ones are like extremely powerful.
But isn't there a
Rogue.
storyline where like the ancient Phoenix slept with Odin, or like they were a thing or something like that? The ancient Phoenix was a thing with Wolverine. But my question is, can Scarlet Witch reality bending thing work on Odin's Odin Force?
Don't know.
I think that it has to be not answered but debated and understood well. You know, my understanding is.
To be honest, like in mythologies, I would say like Norse is still, I would say from other, like, think about Greek, right? Greek gods don't die. That's not a thing. But like we know in Norse mythology, Ragnarok is a definite thing, and it is the end of the gods for Odin and Thor. But there's actually ancient real trivia is that conclusion was only came about. So Norse mythology was basically a vocal custom. They didn't write a lot of stuff down, and the only thing that was survived was actually translated by a Christian priest who took the Norse sagas and actually translated it. And he wanted to lean in the side of like make these Asgardian gods as not actually gods, and he really emphasized that they die. And it's basically like powerful humans that used to live and claim themselves as false gods. So there is like an agenda pushing there from Norse myth traditions, but like that's the only source we still have to survive the Viking Age, and we still go by that. But if we go by that, Norse is probably the weakest mythologies, because like in other mythologies, like in Greek, the gods don't die. Like no gods die; they can't be killed. Although Zeus has the power to grant godhood to any human, though. If he wants to, he can elevate a human to a god. He can elevate a demigod to a god, like Hercules was a demigod, and then he was elevated to a god.
So he has some kind of cosmic power that'll bequeaths full power, like strength and, I guess, godlike nature. That's a pretty big force right there.
Yeah, Zeus is like, again, like in the movies we see, they really underplay him, but like Zeus is, again, he's like the he's even greater than the All-Father. Okay, who won?
Right, so we have two. I've asked both ChatGPT.
Can we see the questioning to see like you haven't done any trickery?
No, I'm gonna reveal it. Look, there's still got to be a show. We have to. I'm gonna bring up a third one. I'm asking ChatGPT. I'm asking Copilot, and I'm asking Grok, all the same question, and we will see what they all say.
See, David, like Copilot is powered by ChatGPT. I don't know what Grok does, but like the opposite
Grok
thing you
is
should
the
have
one
gone.
on Twitter. Microsoft make Copilot.
Copilot.
Maybe ChatGPT, and ChatGPT is ChatGPT.
No, so just again, you don't have to go for it, but like this is the opposite. ChatGPT, Gemini, and the new thing that the Chinese one did, I forgot the name of it.
DeepSeek.
DeepSeek. Those are the three opposites.
Deepfake.
Oh my god! Do you know what? This is so interesting. Yeah. The AIs do not agree. Now, we're going to start with the one that likes. Well, I won't say who. Right.
Just like humans.
That likes me. No, okay. So, Gerald, which one would you like to hear first to make it fair? ChatGPT, Copilot, or Grok?
We'll do Copilot.
Okay.
So, co-pilot. In 5th place is Team 5. And if you don't know which Team 5 was, it was Mr. Fantastic, Scarlet Witch, Odin, Captain Carter.
You lost!
That's crazy.
I know.
Yeah.
Because Scarlet Witch is tough.
Okay, it's
And
Wow.
Odin.
is immensely
And
powerful.
Odin.
Yeah, okay, I won't read it all. Right, okay, well, I'll give it its reasoning. So, it says, this team has a wild card in Scarlet Witch whose reality warping abilities can be devastating. Odin is immensely powerful, but comic battles often depict him as not at his peak. Mr. Fantastic
What?
can strategize, but his powers are physical rather than offensive. Captain Carter and She-Hulk add strength, but less versatile, blah, blah, blah. Right, okay. In 4th place, according to Co-Pilot,
That'll be me.
Team 1. Thor, Silver Surfer,
Cap.
Hercules, Thor, and Iron Man.
Yay!
They
Yay!
say the
Wow.
team lacks synergy. Thor is mighty,
The
but
what?
he can... Thor
Lacks
is
synergy.
Synergy. Thor is mighty but can be outclassed, I won't say by who. Silver Surfer, cosmic abilities are outstanding but not always used to full potential. Hercules and Rose bring strength but don't add much beyond brute force. Iron Man
Let's
is ingenious,
go!
outclassed against magical and cosmic threats. In second place?
3rd.
In 3rd place. Oh shit.
What did they say to Rogue? What was
Okay,
Rogue's
3rd
excuse?
Place. 3rd place. Team number 2.
That's me.
Beta Ray Bill, Captain Universe, Wolverine, Hulk, and Vision. They rely on brute strength and durability. Beta Ray Bill is near Thor's level in terms of power and wields Stormbreaker. Captain Universe offers cosmic level abilities. Hulk's rage-powered strength can overwhelm. Vision adds intelligence, versatility, and phasing. Wolverine, whilst resilient, is the least impactful compared to the others. Raw power
Cannon
is...
fodder.
Do you know what? They didn't
Cannon
actually say
fodder.
any reason why... They didn't list any weaknesses, in fact.
Oh, I'm in the middle, so I'm fine.
So, now, the 2 teams remaining, which I'm going to not necessarily say in the correct order. I'll list them in numerical order. We have Team 3, which is Deadpool, Phoenix, Captain America, Black Bolt, and Emma Frost. And we had Team 4, which is Professor X, Doctor Strange, Captain Marvel, Adam Warlock, and Ghost Rider. In 2nd place is Team 3, Deadpool, Phoenix, Captain America, Black Bolt, and Emma Frost. We'll just read through it here. So, Phoenix, literal cosmic force of destruction. Black Bolt's voice can level cities with a whisper. Emma Frost brings telepathic skill and diamond form. Captain America adds leadership and strategy. Deadpool, whilst mostly comic relief, can be unpredictable and hard to kill. So the winning team, Team 4, Professor X, who would have been my first pick, Doctor Strange, Captain Marvel, Adam Warlock, and Ghost Rider. Incredibly well-rounded. Doctor
That's a good
Strange,
choice.
mastery of mystical arts. Professor X, telepathic powers, can incapacitate weaker-minded opponents. Captain Marvel, immense energy-based attacks. Adam Warlock, cosmic level power. And Ghost Rider has the penance stare, which can incapacitate opponents by forcing them to face their sins. So, who had team number 4? That was Gerald, right? Okay, so Gerald. According to
I will say though that not all Ghost Riders have the penance stare, but all applause to you, Gerald, for that though.
Well, let's now go to ChatGPT if ChatGPT is based on if Copilot is based on this. Now,
Yeah,
this
just
doesn't
basically
give the
based on
same
Chat.
reasoning, but that's good that we then had Copilot because it gave all the reasoning. Oh, actually, it does, but this is going to take forever. So, let's just go through it. We know some of the reasoning. So, the final ranking of ChatGPT, in 5th place is Team 3, Deadpool, Phoenix, Captain America, Black Bolt, Emma Frost.
Wow.
In 4th
Wait, why am I celebrating? Sorry, Tim, I thought it was Dave.
It's not me.
In 4th position is Team 2, Beta Ray Bill, Captain Universe, Wolverine, Hulk, and Vision. In 3rd place is Team 1, Thor, Silver Surfer, Hercules, Rogue, and Iron Man. Which, okay, it means I definitely get a little redemption from being in 5th place. Will I be? So I'm Team 5, Mr. Fantastic, Scarlet Witch, Odin, Captain Carter, and She-Hulk. Gerald, you had Professor X, Doctor Strange, Captain Marvel, Adam Warlock, and Ghost Rider. In second place is Team 5, Mr. Fantastic, Scarlet Witch, Odin, Captain Carter, and She-Hulk, which means for 2 out of 2, so far, Gerald, Mr. Fantastic.
Well done, Gerald.
Sorry, Professor X, Doctor Strange, Captain Marvel, Adam Warlock, and Ghost Rider. So, and I can look at some of their reasoning, but again, it's detailed. So now we'll come to the final rankings as Twitter suggests. Right. Okay.
Twitter?
Now, in 5th position, it doesn't list them. Okay, I'll have to read it here. In 5th position is Team 1, Thor, Silver Surfer,
Elon Musk!
You may have Thor, mate, but you still suck.
Right. In 4th position is Team 2, Beta Ray Bill, Captain Universe, Wolverine, Hulk, and Vision.
No!
2 out of 2, I beat the shit out of Cap, so woohoo!
In 3rd place, Team 3, Deadpool, Phoenix, Captain America, Black Bolt, Emma Frost. Which means, again, it comes down to Gerald and me. In 2nd place is Professor X, Doctor Strange, Captain Marvel, Adam Warlock, and Ghost Rider. I will give the reasoning here because obviously it's significant. You won 2 out of 3. And it says Doctor Strange magic and time manipulation compared with Professor X's telepathy give this team control over multiple battlefields, physical, mental, mystical. Adam Warlock's Soul Gem and Ghost Rider's supernatural edge counter godly stroke cosmic foes. They're slightly below Team 5 due to less raw destructive power than Odin and Scarlet Witch, meaning the winners of this one, Team 5, Mr. Fantastic, Scarlet Witch, Odin, Captain Carter, and She-Hulk. Odin's Odin Force and Scarlet Witch's Reality Warping, a nigh unbeatable combo. Odin has taken on cosmic entities like Galactus and Scarlet Witch at peak, can rewrite reality itself. Mr. Fantastic's intellect could counter tactical threats while She-Hulk and Carter hold the line. Team's raw power and versatility top the list. How did I get both a 1st place and a last place? This is impossible.
Yeah.
Here.
It's the participation award.
Well, it was. This was super interesting, guys. We've kind of like run long, but we should do this again. Let's say in another week, I don't know if it'll be next week or whenever, but another week, let's literally make it characters from anywhere. Okay? Well, perhaps first we should do a DC one.
I called it.
Yeah, do a DC one.
Yeah, let's do a DC one. But then literally, I think we should be able to do it from anywhere. So if you suddenly want a Star Wars character or something like this, you can call in your characters from anywhere.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah,
Cool.
but I think I still think the image thing is fair, David, because again, if you allow us to think any character, of course, we're gonna pick the presents or Lucifer Morningstar, and then the whole game is rigged. I think it's still best to go by the images because we can only spot what we can see.
Yeah, true.
And that's
absolutely. So,
yeah.
Oh wait, this is so these were the images we picked. I don't know how to bring it back to. Let's see, can I add it back to? No, I don't think I can. No, I can't add it back. I can't make it so you see the answers, unfortunately. But no, this was really good. Okay, guys, let's wrap things up here. Let's find out where we can find everyone on social media. Dave, where can the people find you?
Well, you can find me here on Xstream on various shows, on Geek Battle and Xstream Improv, and you can find me on my own YouTube channel, Dave MC Gaming, where I do live streams and Let's Plays. Currently, my Let's Play series, I'm playing Black Mesa, the Half-Life game, which is my recommendation. It's a remake of the original Half-Life game. Guy created it, and Valve said, you know what, you can make money from this. It's really good. The player models of that from Half-Life 2, so it's a really good game. I'm enjoying it so far, so please go and check that out. But also go check out the stuff as well. We have live streams on Saturdays, Sundays, Mondays and Tuesdays, where we have various adventures that we go on and various stories that take place, like having The Sims 4 Woohoo in space, which is a real thing. So please go and check that out, and go check out the links as well to my Discord server and to my gaming merch shop as well.
Okay, fantastic. Tim, where can the people find you?
Hi, you can find me on Instagram. I got a couple of beach videos on YouTube and some articles on Medium. But normally here at Geek Battle and Providence Improv Guild in Providence, Rhode Island, USA. So come check us out if you're ever in the Rhode Island area, in the smallest state in in the United States. And thanks for the opportunity, Dave. This was a lot of fun.
No, this was really good today. Thank you very much. Cap, where can the people find you?
You can find me on Sword D's, where I sing and dance and throw myself in a bucket and I work with puppets. And my recent video is still with the mythology guy. I spoke with him at a great podcast episode. I discussed about all the mythologies. We even done like comic ranking. We compared the Greek chaos with Lord Shiva and Zeus with Indra and stuff like that. We did the wacky stuff. Also some learned material as well, so you can go check that out. My recommendation is Epic the Musical. It's available on YouTube. It's a complete cartoon. They drawn it. So go check that out. I want to show you guys a little bit of that actually.
Okay, cool. Gerald.
At Gerald Geek on Instagram, and check out, there's this comic book series that's been out, I think, for about 5 years now. It's called Department of Truth. It's all about conspiracy theories and how you can create conspiracy theories that actually change history as well as our reality. Sort of cool.
That sounds interesting. I like that. Like Cap created one about ginger people not being
Exactly.
Okay. And Tim's
Everyone hates
theory
the
about
red.
Superman lactating. Right, let's not go there again. Now, my name is David Postansky. You can find me on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at David Postansky, spelled P-U-S-T-A-N-S-K-Y. I have various books available, including a new one, which I don't know where it is. Here it is. So you can get the Extreme Improv bigger book of improv games and all of the others that Gerald is holding up by going to extreme.tv/books, or just go to Amazon and check out all of my books. And so with that, my recommendation of the week is guys, Snow White is out on Friday and I am planning to go for it. So with this, until next time, stay safe, always stay extreme, live long and prosper,